Hey guys, and welcome back to Monka, where paranormal activity ensues, but today I want to talk about a food that I had because, that's just kind of how this channel is. We talk about Nintendo Switch games and then sometimes food, usually related to breakfast stuff, and that's how today is, because today, Pop Tarts dropped 2 new flavors of Pop Tarts. Specifically, I was only able to find one of them currently, but today we're going to be talking about Banana Bread Pop Tarts. These are a new variety of Pop Tarts that hit the shelves with Apple Jacks Pop Tarts. Unfortunately, pretty much everywhere I haven't been able to find Banana Bread Pop Tarts or Apple Jacks Pop Tarts, which is kind of weird. The only place I was able to find these at were at Kroger. The 8-pack cost $2.99 at Kroger, and quite literally I have not found it anywhere, not at Targets, not at Walmart's, local grocery stores, nowhere. So $2.99 at Kroger for the 8-pack, so shout out to Kroger. Unfortunately, they didn't have the Apple Jacks. They did have a spot on the shelf. It just looked like they hadn't got it in yet, I guess, but nonetheless, I'm happy enough that I've gotten my hands on at least one variety at this point. But Banana Bread, kind of an interesting choice, but 2 pastries for frosted banana bread is 360 calories, which is pretty much on the lowest end of them. The other 2 that inhabit that calorie range are cookies and cream as well confetti cupcake. But the long and the short of my opinion on Banana Bread Pop Tarts is, I'm not crazy about banana, but I like these a lot, and they're pretty banger to be honest, but they're not going to be for everyone, and we'll get into that when we get to talking about the flavor. But this is what a frosted banana bread Pop Tart looks like. Now you may be looking at it and thinking, that doesn't look all that different from something like a gingerbread Pop Tart, and to be honest, it really doesn't look all that different from a gingerbread Pop Tart. When I popped open the package and looked at them, to be honest, they don't look all that different, and to be honest, there are some similarities between gingerbread and banana bread. Like I said, we'll get into that, but the pastry is kind of like a spiced pastry to kind of replicate like the bread part of banana bread, and the frosting is a slightly off-white, and the flavor is supposed to be banana. That is what the inside of the pastry looks like. It's kind of this weird brownish color. It doesn't look all that appealing, but as well, the filling is supposed to be a banana flavor as well. But overall, for banana bread, I actually think the flavor is pretty good, to be honest, but it's not going to be for everybody. The pastry, like I previously stated, was supposed to be kind of like a spiced pastry. The Pop Tart overall kind of looks like a gingerbread Pop Tart, and for at least the pastry part, that's not too far off of comparison, to be honest. It kind of tastes just like the gingerbread pastry tasted. That's pretty much because it uses the same ingredients for the pastry, so to be honest, the flavor is similar as well. The ingredients for the pastry at least include ginger, molasses, and as well as cinnamon, and that's pretty much close to the gingerbread Pop Tart as well. So the pastry itself kind of tastes reminiscent of a gingerbread or something spiced like that, but it definitely tastes spiced. It is pretty good though. To be honest, I don't even know if there is even a difference between this one and the gingerbread Pop Tart. Maybe it was placebo, but in the banana bread Pop Tart, I was picking up maybe a hint more of ginger, but to be honest, the flavors were exactly identical, which is not a bad thing because the gingerbread Pop Tart pastry was absolutely banger. But where they start to get different are in the frosting and filling. Now, I actually like this part of it, but like I said, it's not going to be for everyone. The frosting tastes a lot like a candied banana flavor. In short, it tastes pretty artificial, to be honest. Now, when I say candied, I don't mean something like a banana Laffy Taffy, but I'd say it's closer to something like a banana Runts flavor or something like a banana hard candy. That is very much the flavor you get from the frosting, and in my personal opinion, I really like it. I enjoy that, to be honest, but like I said, if you don't like an artificial banana, these are going to kind of be off-putting for you. Now, the filling honestly didn't give a lot of flavor to me, to be honest. It might just bolster that banana flavor on the low end. I think that's where more of the natural banana flavor is supposed to be coming from, but to be honest, that kind of candied banana flavor from the frosting is so overwhelming that you really don't get much from it, which I can't really complain about. But something worth mentioning is that you do get some flavor from it nonetheless, usually on the back end of a bite, to be honest, because usually the upfront flavor, most of what you're getting is that candy banana flavor, but on the end you get kind of this weird ripened flavor, kind of like a ripe banana. So you get like candy, and like the tag end, you get like this kind of ripeness to it. Like you get kind of this ripe banana flavor that's kind of light, and it's kind of weird when it's mixed with the candied banana flavor that's going on here, but nonetheless, I mean, I can't complain because I thought it was all right. But I think there are 2 competing flavors going on here. If there are, between the mix of like the frosting and the filling, then the frosting definitely overtakes the filling with that candied banana flavor. But if you don't like more of an artificial or candy banana flavor, you're not really going to like these, and you're really going to be searching for kind of like that natural banana flavor because it really isn't there until like the tag end of a bite. But overall, the entire package actually comes together pretty nice with that kind of spice pastry mixed along with that banana flavor. It actually makes for a pretty banger Pop Tart, to be honest. I think that bias kind of comes because I kind of like the gingerbread Pop Pop Tarts, and so that spiced pastry kind of makes me lean into liking a bit more. But it is worth mentioning that if you don't like artificial banana, you probably won't like these all that much. But overall, personally, I really enjoyed Banana Bread Pop Tarts, and they'll definitely be in the rotation for sure because I really enjoy this flavor. The spiced crust is something I liked from Gingerbread, and here I really like it as well. And honestly, that candy banana flavor is something that I really like, but like I said, some people are not going to like that. And as well, when it's mixed with that kind of filling, you get some natural banana flavor, mostly from a ripeness at the tag end, which kind of makes the flavor kind of interesting, to be honest. But overall, I found these really enjoyable. But just know if you don't really like an artificial banana flavor, you won't really like these. But thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I'll see you. Stay chill.